Guys, welcome back. It's Jacob and
Jake!
And today, you know, there's always those cool workouts where you do like, what's the workout where you roll 100 meters? Is it rolling?
Yeah, rolling.
Rolling's cool.
Right.
No, rolling's
boring.
lame.
But it's boring.
We said at the same time.
Yeah.
Rolling's lame. Today, instead, I'm taking in a rowing extraordinaire and myself at 6,000 feet, and we're gonna be terrible. And instead, we're gonna row to 100-meter increments.
Yeah.
Row to 100, first person to 100. If
Yeah.
I beat you to 100 meters, I'm gonna ask you a question. I
Right.
have like 15 seconds to come up with a question. Any question I want.
Whatever.
Awkward, math question.
Yeah, oh,
what's your favorite
please,
color
no.
of ice cream?
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
And then you have 50 seconds to answer the question.
Okay.
And then we're gonna row to 200 meters.
Yep.
And whoever wins that gets to ask questions to the other person.
Right. I think that's fair. Yeah, so we'll simply bounce back and forth. As I slowly begin to dominate the competition, he will have to be talking more and more.
And that's
Therefore,
the
it's going
sucky
to play
part.
to my advantage.
Yes.
So I feel like it's worth putting in the effort to make him have to talk during his rest period. I think that's a good
So Shane's first question is probably going to be, what's the meaning of life, Jacob?
I would like you to dissect quantum physics for us.
Yeah,
please.
yeah. All right. I think without further, this requires no intro, really.
Yeah,
We're just
there's not much. It's like, it's just go. Well, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Because some people want to know, at least on our channel, what's your damper setting going to be?
Well, considering this workout or this video is not about rowing etiquette and rowing well,
At all.
I will probably row to 10. No, I won't row to 10. I'll probably row to 6.5 to a 7.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be in my standard like 4 range. Right in the middle of 4, because I'm not big. I'm not like bursting out of my shirt like you are. I wish.
My lungs are gonna burst out of my shirt.
Oh my god.
Go! Wow. Son of a biscuit!
Oh.
Holy crud!
That sucks. Okay.
All right, hit me with it.
So, you once said that one of your favorite things is getting a hug from Sam Dancer.
Yes.
Something that we have in common. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Sam.
Sam Dancer is one of the most beautiful men on the planet. And I think there are 2 men in sport who I really love getting hugs from. One is Sam Dancer, one is Cole Sager. And I think if you look at them and you ask what's the similarities between them, they're both bigger individual men. They look like teddy bears, not in a fat sort of sense. They look like teddy bears.
And like a fit teddy bear.
And you just want to be engulfed by their love. And you can tell they really care about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a hug from Sam Dancer may be one of the most life-changing things anybody can experience.
Oh, every time I go to the games, I always make sure to find Sam and Jen and get a big hug.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
sucky.
That felt like the longest 100 of my life.
I was like, dude, this cat's running at 115. Oh, no, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is,
I'm gonna fall apart. Single worst on stage competition performance ever.
oh, single worst on stage competition. Okay, okay.
Getting the questions out sucked.
All right, well, considering he didn't actually say what type of competition, he's leaving it open. It's his fault. He needs to be very clear and concise. When I was in 8th grade, a part of my debate team, when I was homeschooled, obviously our
Were you a team of 1?
team of 2. Okay, we were acting as the negative, so they had to bring up their debate and we had to defend it. And the question for the whole year was, should the United States turn one or more of its protectorates into the 51st state?
Did you say the United States?
I can't breathe. Anyways, they came up and they argued, their argument in the debate was that we should include Indian reservations as a 51st state. And we had no supporting evidence against it. And so I sat there and talked to myself for like 5 minutes in front of a group of people. And it was really embarrassing.
So you did not win.
No, we did not win, but I could probably care less. All right.
300.
300.
Oh, this is only the beginning.
I brought it on myself. I was burning up, but never met anyone.
That was Jacob.
No. We're getting closer. But no, it's 54 and 3.
53.6.
Okay.
Tell us a joke.
Okay. I made this joke up when I was in 6th grade. You might think to yourself, man, does he already know these questions? The answer is no. I'm just really good at ad-libbing stuff.
And you seem to draw back a lot to like elementary school
Oh,
era.
because my stories are great when I was a kid. So I was homeschooled from like 1st to 8th grade. You know, your prototypical super nerdy homeschool kid reads the dictionary and doesn't know how to talk to people. Anyways, I made a joke when I was in 6th grade because I was bored. Ready for this? What kind of bra does math?
Algebra.
No, you knew it! I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great joke, okay? It's the best I had. Have you heard that before?
No.
Man, you're too good.
I mean, it was a 6th grader that came up with it, so I
Yeah, it had to be very, very simple. Oh gosh.
I think your fitness is beginning to overtake my technique.
Guys, I'm about to be answering 9 questions. This video is actually called 9 questions you didn't know about Jacob.
Jacob Heppner answers questions while rowing.
He didn't get this. He just rode hard and answered questions.
Well, 400, huh?
400. Oh, holy crap.
This is so bad.
114 and
113.9.
oh, huzzah!
Okay. If you had to trade body and life for 1 week with anyone, alive or dead, who would it be? No, alive.
Alive?
Alive.
Alive. Well, right now I traded for you, so I'm gonna have to answer questions.
This is so bad.
Alive or dead? For a day?
For a week.
For a week?
Life and body.
It's gotta be a solid week then, man. It's gotta be a solid week. Well, do I transfer
taste so
consciousness?
much blood in my
like,
mouth right now.
can I do what they do?
Yeah.
Like if they were a concert pianist?
You have skill level and everything.
Okay. Wow, dude, going up to like the Hubble Space Station would be pretty sick.
Ooh.
Pretty sick.
Okay.
To go up there. That or maybe who's the guy that owns Tesla and SpaceX?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. I think I'd trade that. I think I'd take that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Because
Because
guys like
you
that
could possibly get to the space station
yeah,
anyway,
and
too.
guys like that could just change things in the world, and that's cool.
Right. This is
awful.
really terrible.
Oh my God.
I'm inclined to say like 500 is.
We're not going to 900.
I don't think
I'm not gonna make it to 900.
No.
As long as I get one question from Shane, I'm done.
Is this like best out of?
Okay, what he does?
Right now you got a lot of ground to make up.
It's cumulative time. Right now I'm gonna set my single distance at 450 and not tell Shane. Hopefully he doesn't check my monitor.
Sometimes I have a problem with my inner monologue coming out. awful. It is truly awful.
Hey.
There was nothing left.
If Shane is facing north and turns 90 degrees to his right, what direction is he facing?
East.
This is too easy.
East.
Hold on, guys.
Wait, that's not even a...
These 5th grade questions.
This is a random question generator.
Hey, hold on. We'll find a couple more.
Yeah. Click off the ads.
Oh. These are terrible. Tell me about your worst date you ever had in your life.
Ooh. Worst date. I was a terrible dater. So I was really shy. Not good at asking girls out.
So you should have probably very few to choose from.
There are very few to choose from. Man, I had one. This is a date, but it was with a girlfriend. And I did something wrong before the date. I don't remember what.
She asked you if she looked big in the jeans or something, and you were like, no.
Yeah, like, something stupid. And pissed her off. But we were going to dinner with my parents. And so we're all sitting in this tight little booth. My parents on one side, me and my girlfriend on the other. And she did not speak to me the entire dinner with my parents.
She talked to your parents?
She talked to my parents.
But never looked at you or talked to you?
Never looked or talked to me for an entire dinner. It was the most uncomfortable thing for everyone.
What about the check when the check came?
Parents.
Your parents paid for it?
Paid for that, yeah. I was in college at the time.
Oh, yes.
It was so miserable. That was a terrible date. It's a terrible, terrible date.
Oh, well, so here's the real question. Do you want to stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
I do want to stop. I got him to answer one question. That was it.
That was so bad. I don't know if that, it couldn't have been the workout. It had to be the altitude comboing the work. Everything gave up on me on that last one.
Does your butt hurt when you row?
It's my quads more than anything.
Because you
Yeah,
row,
it does. I row, when I row long distances, my butt hurts.
Yeah. Well, 500 meters for me is long distance.
That was question answering from Jacob Heppner while rowing.
I had 4. 4 for Jacob, 1 for Shane.
Dude, that was fun.
That was awesome.
Appreciate
Good
that.
stuff. Yeah, straight to Shane.
Where do we go from here?
I don't think it needs a close out.
Yeah, just subscribe.
Yeah, Dark Horse Rowing, great channel for watching rowing stuff. I watch it all the time. My channel, just my name. I don't teach you anything except for having fun.
How to manipulate corgis.
How to manipulate dogs in people's minds using your dog. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Later.